Well, hi everyone, this is our Friday strength class for Easter Friday, 10th of April. It's being recorded instead of live, so hopefully you will join me. Starting with a warm-up, we're going to do shallow squats with calf raises and a lift up with our arms. So just nice shallow squats into a calf raiser, lift up with your hands toward the ceiling. Want to have your weight in your heels. Throughout the warm-up, we're just trying to get our heart rate to come up a little bit. Okay, last one. And we're going to go into a step touch. So we'll get our legs going, so that step and touch. We're just going to reach over the body as we touch, getting our arms involved as well. You can go into a little bit of a squat down as you step across. Couple more, and we're going to just change it to step, butt kick. Squatting down a little bit. We're going to start getting our body warmed up. Alright, last one. Some deep squats. So we're going to go have our legs wide, go into a deep squat, come back up. Pushing up through your heels. And now let's hold it down and just some little pulses. And then just hold it down, hands on your knees, and then turning to one side, stretching across the back and into the inner thigh. Other side. One more each way. Coming up, just bringing your heels together. Let's do a roll down stretch. So starting with the neck, curling down one vertebra at a time. Little bend in the knees. Just going as far as you can. If you can touch the floor, or placing your hands on your legs. Inhale, exhale, curling up one vertebra at a time. Drawing your shoulders down and back. And we're ready to start. So we're going to start with static lunges. And while we're resting our legs, we're going to go into some side plank dips. So getting one leg in front of the other. I'm just going to turn my mat around. Want to make sure that your legs are still hip distance apart, making sure you bend the back leg so you're not bringing that knee forward. And we're going to do 10 on each leg, so going as low as you can. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, check your back leg is bending, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's add some pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and up. Other side. Getting your legs square, down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. Into some side dips. So to do the dips, we want to come onto our forearm, preferably from your toes so you can actually dip. And you're just lowering your hips down toward the ground and back up. That's 2, 3, 4, other side. So we're doing 10 on each side. Of course, the alternative to dipping would just be to planking from your knees if you don't want to come up on your toes. Let's go 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to get straight up and do our lunges. Hopefully you're getting a little bit breathless like I am. So while we're giving our arms or our abs a break in this case, we'll do legs so we can keep moving into our second set of lunges. Legs hip distance apart. Make sure you're not going forward. We're going to go straight down. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it down, little pulses. Push it up, other side. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've got our little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push it up into our dips. Onto your forearm, up onto your toes and doing 10. That's 1, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. Remember, you can just plank if you prefer to do that. Let's come up and go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up again. Just checking it is actually recording. All right. Last set of static lunges. Both knees facing forward. Back leg bending. Little pulses. Strong coming up. Last set. Two more. Last one, little pulses. Awesome. Now we've got our last set of side dips. Getting ready and go. Other side. Let's go. Last one. Grab a drink, get your breath back before we go into the next set. Okay, so we're going to do alternate upper and lower again. It's a great combination. So this time prisoner squats, alternating with walking push-ups. So the prisoner squats, legs are together, hands behind your neck. So we keep our legs connected all the way down. Weight in the heels as much as you can, and down. Trying to keep your torso upright. Hold it down, little pulses. Weight in the heels. Pushing up. Walking push-ups. So we start with a plank and then we come up to a plank from the hands, down to forearms. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. Swap your leading hand. Last one. Walk it up. Prisoner squats, hands behind your neck, legs together. Keeping your chest up. Weight in the heels. Down into little pulses. Pushing up. Walking push-ups. So we're just going to swap the leading hands halfway through. Okay, swapping. Almost there. Finished. Last set of prisoner squats. Hold it down, little pulses. Last set of walking push-ups. Starting on a forearm, keeping the belly button tucked, tailbone tucked under, belly button away from the floor. Swap leading arm. Last one. Great work, everyone. Wow. Another drink break. I'm going to turn the fan on. And then we're going to go into our next set, which is lying down, and it's a tricep exercise, which might be quite new to everyone. So, little bend in the knees. Lying down with one arm underneath, and that arm we're just going to put our hand on our ribs. And with this arm here, we're going to push up. That's 1, 2, 3. Last one, other side. Underarm is just around the ribs, and then we're pushing up, bend in the knees. Last one. Go back to the first side. That arm's just been having a rest. Getting set up. And let's go. Last one. Swapping sides. Doing 3 sets on each side. Last one. Well over halfway in this set. We've got one more on each side. Disabling the bottom arm, all the work with the top arm. last one. Other side. Legs together, let's go. Two more. Last one, push it out. Great, let's have another drink break. We've got a kind of shoulder and glutes to do now. So to come back onto the mat. This is called controls back. So we're just placing our hands behind us, fingers facing forward and lifting up. Holding that there and lifting up each leg, so we're resetting our glutes after each one. Last one. Sitting back down, rolling down onto our back. Head and hands will stay on the ground for this one. We're going to roll up into the bridge, just so there's a nice long line. Lifting up one leg into tabletop position, squaring the hips, and then just tapping down 10 times. Working the opposite glute. Other leg, working this opposite glute here, so really switching that on, resetting when you need to. Great, rolling down, rolling over to the side, pushing up, and we've got our controls back again. Fingers facing forward, lifting up. Again, squeezing the glutes, alternating the legs up. Great, rolling down again. We've got our glute bridge tap, so rolling up. One leg in tabletop position, tapping down. Switching on that opposite glute. Other side. Resetting, if you need to, reset that glute. Awesome, last one, rolling over, sitting up. This is our last set of both of those. Lifting up to start with, and then we're alternating, so whatever leg you're lifting up, the opposite glute is switching on. Almost there. Two more on each side. Sitting back down, rolling down, last set of toe taps, rolling up, first leg, other side, last set. Really switching on the opposite glute. Last one. Roll down. Let's just do a quick release of the lower back, pressing your thighs towards your chest. Just got a little segment of abs to do before we finish, so if you'd like to grab a drink, now would be the time. This is like what I like to call an ab trio. So we start with just a crunch. Cross your arms, feet can stay on the ground. We're going to tuck our chin to chest. Just curl up, so as if you're taking your ribs towards your hips, but scooping down as you come up. Eyes looking at your knees as you come up. You don't want to be coming up with your chin pointed to the ceiling. So you're thinking chin to chest and eyes looking at knees. Last one, let's roll down. Now we're going to work our lower abs. So there's two ways to do this. You can do some double toe taps, or you can do a little hop. So you take your legs up and you do a little lift up. Just be careful that one is okay for your back. If not, go back into the toe taps. Don't want to be using your hands here either. You can do it without your hands. They're just there for balance. And try to go up rather than over. That's going to work the abs more. Okay, last one, and we're going to combine the two, but we're just going to combine it with the toe tap version. So lifting upper body up, and you're thinking nose to knees. And now is when you start to feel it, after we've layered it. Let's do this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just rolling back and breathing, placing your hands on your stomach and breathing in through your nose, in towards your stomach, and then exhale. Going to bring both knees up and hug them. I'm going to try to aim to keep your tailbone on the ground as you press your knees down. And then just one leg out straight, and this leg is going to come across, and try to keep your shoulder blades on the ground, so stretching that hand out in the opposite direction. And we're just bringing our leg over as far as we can with our shoulder blades still on the ground. And we're aiming to stretch into this glute area. legs back. We'll do the other side, lifting the leg up towards you to start with, and then across the body, keeping your shoulder blade here on the ground. You can use your hand to make the stretch in your glute a bit stronger. Okay, just bringing that leg back around. And we'll do a chest stretch here. So if you bring your knees up, knees to one side and looking in the opposite direction, and just slowly from side to side. One more each side. And this time we're going to roll over and sit up. For those of you who can do this, just sitting in this position here, leaning forward slightly to stretch your calves. If that's not comfortable, just up into an A-frame stretch would be a fine stretch for your calves, or a fine alternative. And then we're going to come into an inner thigh stretch. And again, there is an alternative for this one, but I'll show you the one we want to do first. So we're in like a, put our hands together in a prayer position, and as we do that, we can bring our hands down and push our knees out, and that will give us some kind of inner thigh stretch. So if that doesn't work for you, just sitting on the ground, soles of your feet together, leaning forward and pressing your knees out. All right, we're just going to come out of those stretches. We're going to come up into the bent over position. One leg straight, other leg bent, and we're going to press our chest toward the straight leg for a hamstring stretch up the back of the thigh. If you can't touch the ground, just place your hands on your legs, but you do want to try to have a flat back. Let's swap legs. And little bend in both legs now. We're going to roll up, one vertebra at a time. Drawing the shoulders down and back. Just a quick chest and neck stretch to finish off. So we've got our hands down behind us, stretching down, ear to shoulder. When you have your hands down like this, it gives you a nice strong stretch, not just through your neck, but down at the base of your shoulder as well. Other side. And that's it. See you next time.